just truth in the air. Laughs in the room, real talk everywhere. Late night thoughts say how we feel. This ain't for the fake, this is something real. Good conversations, new perspectives in the mix. Pull the curtain back, yeah. Time to drop the filter, listen close to this. Beyond the filter, we say it all. Real voices don't blow when the truth calls. With transcendence don't mean Saint Jesus. Pull up a seat, this one's for you. Beyond the filter, beyond the filter, where the real ones speak. Beyond the filter, where the real ones speak. Where the real ones speak. Yeah, yeah. Turn it up, let it breathe. No edits, no mask, just truth in the air. Laughs in the room, real talk everywhere. Late night thoughts say how we feel. This ain't for the fake, this is something real. Good conversations, new perspectives in the mix. Pull the curtain back, yeah. Time to drop the filter, listen close to this. Beyond the filter, we say it all. Real voices don't blow when the truth calls. With transcendence don't mean Saint Jesus. Pull up a seat, this one's for you. Beyond the filter, beyond the filter, where the real ones speak. Beyond the filter, where the real ones speak. Where the real ones speak.
Happy Hump Day. Happy Thursday. Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Filter with Trent and Dominique. But tonight, Dominique is not here. So I'm by myself. So y'all be patient with me, right? I'm used to having my co-host, but she's preparing, as everybody knows, she's preparing for Miss Continental Elite. And as you know, it's this weekend. So she's putting the last finishes on her package and getting things in order. So y'all send her a lot of good energy, a lot of good lucks. I put her cash app up, $ Anaya E. If y'all want to be generous and send her something, last minute little donation to get her to Chicago, anything will help. You know, you just never know. You give a girl $10, you know, that's stockings, that's bobby pins and shit, you know. So if y'all feel generous in your heart, Hit the girl up. Hit the girl up. Um, um, we got a really good interview this afternoon, this night, because I'm in somewhere. I don't know. I just got bought a city backdrop. I don't know what fucking city this is. Shit, call it New York. I don't know, but we got a great show for you guys tonight. We have the owner of National Newcomer of the Year, Bryce D'Mor, who's been having this coming up will be his 5th year having his pageant, and I just want to talk to him about his pageants, about his life. We talk about people in their life too, So make sure y'all click share, click like, click love, um, so we can run this thing up. A few announcements. I'm so happy. My girl, one of my clients, haven't worked with her ass in a minute though. She in LA, I'm in Atlanta, but I'm so proud of this young lady. A lot of y'all be hating this shit when they call her the Vocal Babel. Y'all get so angry, y'all get so mad because y'all go, oh, that bitch ain't no vocal vowel. She ain't no vocal. She is the vocal vowel. I am so excited about her finally getting her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And Monica showed up to support. One thing about Monica gonna be done. Monica gonna put her things on. Monica gonna put her makeup on. Monica gonna put the weave, the wig gonna be laid. The outfit's gonna be all up in there. She just loves it. Brandy, I love this look on Brandy as well. So congratulations on her. This is somebody who's been in the business 3 decades, 3 decades, who has done great music, who has inspired an entire generation of people. And you know what I hate about us, especially Black people? We only wanted to be one or two people at a time. Brandy has given so much of her life to entertainment, to all this stuff. And when somebody called her, give her a title, she didn't give it to herself. She's been called the vocal Bible. But check it out. All of these girls y'all hear now take things from Brandy's voice. And if you ask them who their fave is, they're gonna say it's Brandy. Brandy is your fave's fave. So no one is saying she can outsing every single person that you ever heard, but she's very studied. They study her like they study the Bible. And that's why she's called the vocal Bible, because of her arrangement, her tone, that raps and everything. We don't we don't hold our people up enough. And I hate that about us. We don't think they deserving of nothing unless, you know, everybody agree with it. But shit, Dolly Parton, they still hold her up to the highest esteem. This lady is 175 years old, and they still hold her in high regards. I don't know what it takes for us to hold our people in high regards. Only time we hold them in high regards is when they die or some shit, And then we're like, oh, hey Nikisha, hey Stephen Antonio, hey David Murray. David, we're gonna talk to you later too, so you stick around. I'm just so excited about her and her new star. She deserves it. I never wonder why Whitney Houston didn't get a star on it. Did she not care about it? I don't know. I don't know. Also, along with her getting her star, she just dropped her memoir, Phases. And it was so funny, y'all. Somebody said Brandy fans have been going off on him all day because he posted that Brandy is a liar. He don't he don't believe nothing she said. And the fans just went wild. Sometimes you just gotta let people have their opinion about things, and it's 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 A-okay. Hey Tasha, I'm looking forward to you this weekend. Your step down as Miss Continental. You have done a phenomenal job representing that title. That's a big title, and you have done a great job. I'm ready for you to come over here to the nigger systems. So make sure you start preparing to come over here and give us a run too. You've had a great career in pageantry so far. You won the big money. So congratulations to you, and I look forward to seeing you relinquish your title along with Miss Continental Elite. I can't wait to see y'all. I will be in the building. But in phases, she talked about how when she dated Wanye of Boys to Men, that he was older than her and she had to be like 15 or 16 and, was coerced to like have sex and all this stuff. And she really didn't want that. And, I'm going to get the book so I can read it too. I want to see how in depth she went with her experiences because these are her experiences. No one know how anyone feel. No one can tell you your experience. Your experience is your experience. It's so many layers to branding, and no one really know what it's like to be a child star. Who you have to be perfect. They say, "Oh, she lied about her marriage." Okay, back in the '90s, you had to have a wholesome look. You know, look how they tried to make Whitney Houston this princess and this good girl, and that was what she was about. She went and got Bobby Brown. Like she started humping around with her prerogative. So we never know who these people are. And back then, image was everything. So you had to keep your image intact and all that good shit. So I don't know. I'm interested in seeing her book. I hope y'all gotta go out and get her book too. Make her a New York Times bestseller. Show up for our people, man. I love Brandy. Shout out to B Rocka. For you girlies and gals who want to go to the Black Universe, Mr. Miss and Grand. We got a prelim coming up Sunday, May 17th in Memphis, Tennessee. Entry fee is $150. And for you girlies who's coming to watch, it's $15 to get in, which is cheap. That's cheap, y'all. Y'all can come. Presentation white, sportswear, do your own thing, talent 7-minute, formal wear, gown, question and answer. So meet us in Memphis on May 17th at Drew's Bar. For more information, please contact Monica Lusk, Dupree, Santangelo. I think she a Kelly too. I don't know. I think Alicia Kelly was her mom. I don't know, but hey. But if you're looking for a good prelim, she just had a winner to come from her prelim. Um, my mind's drawing a blank. Who the Carol Braxton was uh went under her prelim and he won the pageant. I don't know what she did for him, so I don't know. Y'all going looking for new sportswears and gowns and all that shit. I don't know. I don't know. But just go to the prelim because you need a prelim to qualify to do Black Universe. Buddy, I love you more. I can't wait to see you this weekend. I hope you're in the building this weekend. I cannot wait to see you. Also, Buddy, we've been waiting on you for Black Universe. Where you at? You sat on that front row 15 years in a row, making us think that you are going to do this pageant and you haven't done this pageant. We are ready for you, Funny. Hey, Valencia Santiago. Black community doesn't hold out people up. It's because of those. It is crabs in a bucket. They want to pull you down. They want to be the only fucking one. They want to be the only one. Send me your flyer, Terrence. Send me your damn flyer. I didn't know you had no. I didn't know you had one, child. Listen, Stephen Antonio, let me tell you something. It's so funny that you say this. I want to do Black America 2027, and I have started making provisions to start getting ready. I need that stage one more time, right? I started getting ready for Black America Newcomer when it was still Black America Newcomer back in 2004. And I remember my girlfriend, stole somebody, Miss Deja. Stephen Antonio, you know who I'm talking about, Miss Deja, our sister, rest in peace. We were living in these apartments called Hickory Point, and she stole this lady. She stole this lady money order out of the drop box in the mail, and they used to have this company you could order your rhinestones for because back then you had to order Swarovskis, right? And we redid the money order and sent it off, and I had all these stones and got all these stones. We went to Hancock, and I ran out the store with a whole boat of beaded lace, right? And so I had Savannah, and that's when Savannah would sew for you, right? He would make you something, right? And I got my jacket made, and I started stoning my jacket. And all of a sudden, I was like, I don't want to do no pageant. I'm okay just doing the girls in the back. And so I left, wanted to be Mr. Black America Newcomer. But I've always wanted to be Black America, especially when Tanisha won, like, oh, I need to be Mr. Black, whatever. And everybody in Memphis wanted to be Black America. So, you know, I'm no different. Monica, Stanisha, Katrina, Tanisha. We had this guy named Darius West too. He was the first person to out of Memphis to even win Black America. He don't ever come back. I don't even think he do. He don't entertain on nothing anymore. Fun fact about him, that was Isaac Hayes' son. A lot of people didn't know that, probably don't know that, but he won Black America back way back in the day, like in the 90s. And so I said, I need to go back to Black America. Because I always asked Bennis to make me an honorary. He always just laugh at me. But I really want to be Mr. Black America. So 2027, I get enough weight up off me, and I know how to beat my own shit. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that my speech is on point because I don't want no fucking points taken from my speech and all that shit. But yeah, I'm heading for Black America, I think. But I want to do it bad. And so I'm about to make provisions for that. So yeah, yeah. Terrence, you can send me your flyer. Send me your flyer. Again, Dominique will not be in tonight, y'all, for those who didn't hear me, because she's getting her last minute things ready for Continental Elite. So if you want to help a girl out, I put up her cash app. It's Anaya E, $ Anaya E. I don't know anything else I want to talk about. I think that's all I want to talk about. That's Valencia. That's right. Valencia, you got to come over and talk to me one day, Valencia. We got things to talk about too. I love me some Valencia. That girl know fashion like it's nobody's business. Do you hear me? Baby, last time she went to MBU, I said, God damn, this girl got some shit. And she believed in my artistry for a long time. She said, Trent, I want you to pay me. Oh, Trent won't pay me. Trent won't pay me. But I finally got a chance to pay her. We won most beautiful and everything at the pageant. So um, I can't wait to see you back in action, Valencia. You got to come over here and talk to me one of these good old days. Y'all click share. I'm here by myself tonight. Yeah, she's preparing for the battle, Terrence. And the battle, when the battle is over, you know the song, we're gonna shout hallelujah. And the pageant is very expensive. Anybody who's got ready for a pageant before, you already know how expensive this shit is. So if you can help somebody, you give them $1 or two, $5, $10, $20. We taking it all. What's up, body yaddy yaddy, Kendall? But we taking all donations for the girlie, man. We want her to win. We know she has what it takes to win, but these pageants can be political. But we hoping the politics stay at home. We hoping the politics, stay in Washington, D.C. They already fucking them politics up down there. Don't fuck the pageantry politics. So I'm coming Saturday, Terrence. Will you be there? Shut Terrence always get me a drink when he see me. I live for you for that. Because you want me drunk. You want me to say anything in them people building. You want me to say anything in their building. But y'all, I'm not gonna. Yes, I will. I will be at US of A too. Stephen Antonio, Prodigy. I'm gonna call your ass Prodigy. Because all these goddamn names, you don't have 50 names since I known you. 50 goddamn names, Prodigy. And Prodigy was one of the first people let me paint her, baby. She didn't give a fuck. I used to put them cosmetics on her face. We went to Walgreens one day and stole so much goddamn makeup. Ooh, we used to be roguish back then. We didn't give a fuck. Not you and Steven. Not you. But yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all up too long. We got a special guest here tonight. We got Bryce D'Mor. For y'all that don't know, he's the owner of National Newcomer of the Year. His pageant been going on for 5 years. We're gonna talk to his current king and queen. We can't say current reigning because people get so mad about that. Yes, listen, let me tell you something. What you mean, Kendall? Did we freeze? Yes, Valencia. You know I won Black Continental back in the goddamn day. I was a bad no, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Child Savannah had fucked up my sportswear inform. I had to get a brand new. We barely finished my presentation. I don't know. It's so much y'all go through getting ready for pageants. I just be like, do I really want to do it? But I'm gunning for Black America. It can happen or it can't happen. Hey, I really want to do it though. But he's owned this pageant for the last 5 years. A lot of people don't know who he is. They see him around, they know the name, but I don't think people like really understand his vision. And thank you, Thomas. What's up, Thomas? Um, and so I brought him on so we can talk about his vision. We can talk about who he is, because a lot of people in the community don't know who he is. Because he give off trade now. He come in like trade and shit. He had a car too one time. He had some 28-inch rims on the motherfucker. I said, "Is this a drug dealer?" That's how the drug dealers roll around in my neighborhood. God damn. But he's doing great things with his pageant, and his representatives always represent well. Shout out to Marcel Onyx, Braxton, and British J Fox. They've done an amazing job representing the title, so we're proud of that. And we just want to talk to him and see where he came from. Yeah. Yes, Fuddy. Thank you, Fuddy. Fuddy, you so amazing. Send my girl a couple dollars. Anaya Williams, baby. Send my girl a couple dollars on her way to Continental. I remember Fuddy whooped them girls real bad at Continental Elite. I was like, okay. She had whooped them at regular Continental too, but politics play a part. But all right. But we about to bring him in, y'all. We got to talk to him and have a sit down with him. Without further ado, we bring into the stage Bryce D'Mor. Now that thing just did too much. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I can't complain. Thank you for spending your Thursday with me tonight.
Yes, yes, yes.
What I was gonna say, God damn, I'm lost my train. my train. Bryce,
Yes, sir.
listen, we like to go like the name of the show is Beyond the Filter. We like to go beyond the filter. The most people know about you is that you own the pageant,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
So tonight we're gonna talk about who you are in the community, because you've been around the community for a minute, right?
Yes.
When did you come out in the community?
Ooh.
Is that long ago? You said, ooh.
Yes, I was in and out. I came in around when Antoinette was Miss Duval.
Mm.
She was Duval, and she was Miss Duval around that time.
What year was that?
I don't recall what year was that, but I think it was the early 2000s, around, ooh, I think 2002, 3.
Okay. And where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Sanford, Florida.
Which is by Orlando, right?
Yes, it's everybody know if you it was where Trayvon Martin was killed.
Okay. 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 I've been there before. I had a friend down there one time. That's the first time I had ever heard of Sanford, Florida. But it wasn't far from Orlando. I mean, it was like 30 minutes, like a 30-minute drive when I went. What was your inception into, like, first of all, tell us about your childhood growing up, because for me, right,
Mhm.
you still present and comport almost like a straight man, right?
Yes.
That's what it feel like.
Mhm.
So, right, so tell me about your upbringing, and when did you realize that you were different from everybody else, and did you have to still live? Were you able to be free, or did you still have to, as they say in our hood growing up, be a man?
Okay. I was raised by my grandmother and grandfather. When I was born, I was younger. My grandmother, grandfather.
Thank you, Mario.
Um, my mother was on drugs when I was a little boy, and they raised me. My grandfather always kept me in the yard cutting grass, planting, fishing, everything, and he kept me in wrestling and basketball, and I ran track. So growing up, I always had to be, and he raised me as a man. And
Okay.
um, I what happened was me growing up before I came into start, liking dudes per se. I used to go to daycare all the time, and this lady used to take care of me at the daycare all the time.
Okay.
I used to go every
Hey, Jeremy.
morning after school, everything. And what happened was I was raped by her.
By a female.
Yes, by a female.
How old were you?
I was probably about 10,
Wow.
and she used to put me between her legs and make me do whatever needed to be done or whatever. So, and I held that in until I became an adult. And
How
that
long of a course of time would you say that happened?
probably about 2, 3 years.
Wow. And you couldn't say nothing.
I couldn't say nothing.
Did she scare you into not saying nothing?
Yes, I was a little boy, and being around my grandfather, I was men and women, so they've always talked about women and everything. So when that was happening, I thought that, you know, was this the right thing to do or whatever? But I was traumatized by that because it was happening, and I just kept my mouth closed growing up. And after about a couple of years, it stopped because I stopped going to daycare and everything, and I was in sports. And my grandfather put me in boxing at a young age, and I was wondering why. My grandmother was wondering why he kept putting me in boxing, and I did boxing for 5 years.
Oh, you can fight.
And so therefore he said something to my grandmother, and he stated, and I remember the words that he told her. He was like, he's going to learn how to protect himself.
Mm.
I need him to know how to protect himself. And I was wondering why he just kept doing it. And I was getting older, and my cousins used to come over, and one day he told me, my cousin got crazy with me and said that, oh, you're gonna be a punk or whatever. And I was just against that word punk. And so I slapped him. And from then on, my grandfather said, I looked at my grandfather, he said, get him. And that's when he knew that he was like, okay, you don't have to box no more or whatever. You know how to protect yourself. I did what I was supposed to do as your granddad, and we good. And so my childhood is just, I wasn't raised in the project, but I was down the street from it. And so that
Mhm.
I always used to go, and I lived my life through school and everything. I wasn't paying attention to dudes and all of that in school until the later years. So my childhood life, yeah, being a man, that's my grandmother always made sure that you're gonna be a man.
And so I know your granddaddy wants you to learn how to protect yourself. And I get that too, because growing up, I had a lot of family members made sure I knew how to fight. They made sure that I was like my brother used to come home and teach me different ways to fight all the time. I'm like, man, listen, the
Mm.
first combination you taught me, toe nigga ass up. I don't need to learn another one, okay? You know what I'm saying? But do you think your grandfather saw any gay tendencies in you that he think you needed to protect yourself, or that was just his thing?
I think he did see the gay tendencies because I've always loved weddings. And every
Oh,
wedding came around, I would be in the room sketching wedding dresses.
oh wow,
So my
wow,
grandmother didn't mind me sketching it, or my aunt. So
yeah,
just when my grandfather caught on to it, he didn't say much of nothing, but he just started putting me in all these different type of sports and stuff. And so
mhm,
that's when I knew that, okay, something must be wrong or what, because I was still young, so I didn't know, until I started getting older, what I was liking or what was happening.
right, right. So Bryce, this experience, because this just blew my mind, right?
Mhm,
This experience with the daycare teacher,
mhm.
you maybe you stopped going to daycare when you were around 13.
Yeah, about 13, 14. Uh-huh.
How are you feeling about yourself and what it is that you like? Because at what point were you feeling like that I like the other sex instead of this, but also you have been violated. Did you understand that the extent of the violation that was happening to you? And how did you cope with that?
Um, I had two sisters that was raised with me, and
Mhm.
um, at first, I was terrified about it. And what used to happen, me going to the daycare and coming from it, it was just, she made it where it was like something I was doing right. And dealing with her every day, it was very like I come there, she give me what I want or whatever, and then next thing you know, I'm down between her legs. And it was just what happened with me. I honestly feel she's the one that pushed me from women.
Mm.
Because I've always been, I'm still attracted to women. And it just bothers me a little bit still to this day because I waited a long period of time to say it to my grandmother. And I said it a couple years ago to my grandmother, and I cried in front of her because I felt I was holding something from her.
Mm-hmm.
She was getting sick, and I just said, Grandmother, I have to say this to you because I want to know why this happened. And she said, well, Harrod, go ahead and, tell me what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
When I told her, I just broke down because it's a touchy subject because I feel that maybe I wouldn't have been attracted to men if this wouldn't have happened. But I kind of feel that I was going that way anyway. But she pushed me further.
Mm.
And it traumatized me for a while because I was just like, I would never thought this would happen to me. And it's the lady when I became an adult. And years back, I reminded her what was what. And my sister didn't want to do something to her or whatever, but they all yelling at me like, why are you just now saying this after all these years?
All
Because
these years.
I've been traumatized.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Wow. And so at what age did you realize that you were different? What?
um high school, I was running track and I was on the wrestling team. And we was in the locker room, and you know how high schools we play around, popping people with the towels and stuff. And we naked in the showers, taking showers after the wrestling meet or whatever. And we across from the showers, and I looked up and I saw a little jiggle, and
What was the jiggle?
that ass. Oh, that boy DJ out there playing. I saw a little jiggle with a little tiger stripes.
I'm
And
telling you, you talking about like stretch marks?
yes, sir.
That's sexy. You like that shit?
I love it. Go a long way with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
so,
so you got turned on by that.
yes, I got turned on by that. And the next thing I know, I was in the showers and we throwing down in the showers and everything. And I knew then I was like, okay, this is what I do like. And from then on, I still wasn't open, out with it or whatever, but I was an athlete. So I just kept it in and it was just going down ever since then.
And then when you was wrestling, were you getting erections fucking with these guys? Because a lot of boys like wrestling and shit.
Right. Yeah, no, I actually held help my composure and everything with that. So that wasn't I didn't let it happen like that because I was trying to be, as a freshman,
Uh-huh.
and I want to be a state champion. So,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. Listen, what was your biggest obstacle besides the lady? Because this lady never got dealt with, right?
No, she's never got dealt with.
Listen, this lady I used to be in love with, she was 32, I was 16. She gave me some pussy. I think they sicked her on me because my family just did not want me to be gay, period.
Mhm.
So they made sure I got so much pussy that they really made sure. But how did you find your clan once you came out? How did you who because you stayed in Sanford, right?
Yes.
And so did you usually have to go to Orlando? Because I know ain't no gay clubs in Sanford, right?
No, it was a lot of I say excuse me, I used to say bulldaggers.
Well, that's what they called them back in the day. No offense, our beautiful lesbian women,
Yeah.
but that's what we used to call them.
It was a lot of them in Sanford. So I just stayed away. I didn't see too many gays or whatever in Sanford, but I did start going to Orlando. And when I started going to Orlando, I didn't know what this place called the Parliament House was. And that's when I
Mm.
started meeting the older gay men as I was going there and from school and coming. And that's when it really started, you know, me.
So you start getting into older men.
No, I just started meeting the older
O-
ones. And
Okay.
they would used to just talk life because of I'm a street nigga. So even though I was trying to go to school, I was
Uh-huh.
because I was in the streets doing whatever I was doing or whatever. But this was just a little secondary extracurricular when I was going or
Well, let's
whatever.
talk about it. What was you in the street doing?
I used to sell dope.
Oh, you know what? That's where the fucking rims come from. The way you comport, hey Flame, love you, Flame. The way you comport yourself, yeah. Listen, let's go back there then before we get there.
Okay.
Because I too used to sell drugs, but I wasn't no big time drug dealer. I
Mhm.
just wanted to make enough to take care of my child, have some shit, food on the table, buy me a car and stuff like that. You know, I wasn't trying to be the man because they always robbed the man and shot the man and killed the man. You know, I wasn't trying to be the man, right? But I
Right.
was raised around a lot of drug activity. You know, we had drug houses down there on every corner like a CVS, right? So who introduced you to that lifestyle?
My brother and my cousins
Mm,
introduced me to it. I used to come down to the projects and I used to wonder, and I used to sit on my mama porch when I used to
right,
go,
Trey son.
and she I used to see the cars pull up and people go to running after the car to the cars
Uh-huh.
trying to sell the dope to them. So I'm like, well, what they racing for? So I'm out there racing with them. Like, who the fastest gets the car? And I don't even know that they out there, selling
You don't
dope.
even know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on. I'm sitting out there racing with them or whatever. So I'm just having a good time out there racing. And then so when my brother and them say, "Oh, you fast," and da 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 da, and so we used to sit there. I used to sit there and just watch them and everything. And so I used to sit and watch them count, weigh up stuff and everything. And I always used to look and ask them why their fingernails were so long because of they
Mm.
dope around with their fingers and everything. So I just used to study them, watching them do it, and that's what got me into it because I saw the money, and I was like, my grandmother, she works, she's a nurse or whatever. She takes me and my sisters, so I want to get. I like to find the things in life too,
Mhm.
so I wanted to get, and I was just started selling dope behind my grandmother's back and everything, and just doing what I got to do.
So what did your pharmacy sell?
I sold crack cocaine, I sold powder. I never got into weed. I went to selling pills. And I had a stepfather that he used to always go to the doctor and get these penicillin pills for
Mhm.
project. And so therefore, I was doing all that.
Everybody
So
had the claps over there, baby.
yeah. So most of all that, the crack cocaine and dealing with the powder and stuff, I was heavy on that and dealing with the pills.
Listen, did you ever learn how to cook crack?
Yes, I learned how
I
to cook crack. I hated the smell. So
I hated the smell too, but I did learn how to cook it. Listen, let me tell you something because okay, in order and no, in order to make crack, right, you have to mix it with baking soda, right?
mhm,
And cook it with the test tube and all this stuff or with the But anyway, I always tell people cocaine is one thing, right?
mhm.
But crack really was taking the people down. I said, it ain't the crack, it's the goddamn baking soda. What's in the fucking baking soda?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
because a powder head and a crackhead act totally different.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
sure do.
Um, were you ever scared of that life? Because at some point I got kind of scared of that life and I just stopped abruptly, right? Because I almost got busted 3 times
Mhm.
and I had 3 separate incidents that could have landed me in jail for a very long time. I mean, I had a substantial amount of drugs on me. Um, what was that moment for you that made you say like, or were you ever scared? Were you ever scared in that life?
No, because of back then in the beginning, I wasn't scared because of it was guns and stuff back then. But back then, you had to know how to fight. Ain't nobody
Yeah.
put back then. So it was. I was in it, and then I was going through high school and everything while this was going on, and I knew that I would have had to stop before if I get this scholarship for
Okay.
so at that point, my grandmother found out that I was selling dope because I was bringing too much money in the house. And when someone snitched on me about it. I was doing something by school.
Hey,
And
Naisha.
I was doing something by school. And when I did it, I was caught up in it and I went to the juvenile assessment center. That's called the Jack Center. So they couldn't really put nothing on me. They just going by what was told or whatever.
Okay.
And my grandmother came and I broke down crying behind the bars because she was crying, looking at me.
But they didn't catch you with anything.
They didn't catch me anything.
This was just word of mouth.
Just word of mouth. So she
Okay.
came, got me out of there or whatever. And then she was like, what's going on? And I told her to go in my room.
Hey, Kiana.
In the drawers, and all my drawers was filled with cash. And she was the first to say, I don't want no drug money in here. And you ain't gonna send no drug money in here.
Oh no, she wasn't acting like Florida Evans now. She was.
Yeah. And so therefore that's
how much money would you say you had at that time in your drawer?
Oof. When my cousin counted the money, I can honestly say as a teenager, it was like 20,000 in there.
Wait a minute. As a teen, you touched $20,000.
As a teen, yes.
Oh, let me tell you something. I was a petty dope dealer. I think I had the most at 3,000 at one time when I was 15 years old. I thought I was rich as shit. You talking about 20 grand?
Yeah, 20,000 was in there. My cousin counted it out and said that you could have just left this at my house and you didn't have to tell auntie.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the only time that you got caught?
That's the only time I got caught dealing with that.
Okay.
And that's when, because of I got into something else. After that, I just stopped with the dope game.
So you got into the dope game to make extra money because you like the finer things in life.
Yeah.
Who were the people that you saw that made you want to have the finer things? Because like me growing up, the drug dealers was the heroes, right? Because back then, unless you went pro or something like that, that was the only way you was making money, right? And so the local dope dealer,
hey Granny,
he had to be right. He had the best car. Mm-hmm. Even some of the women did the shit well too. Yep. They had the best cars. They dressed like, man, I'm telling you, every day they had a brand new outfit. They probably changed 2 or 3 times a day. You know, they had the best girls, you know, everything. So was that inspiration for you to make you want to do it?
Yes, because I saw it. That's when hydraulics and stuff was out then.
Absolutely.
And them big rims, and I like that. And you had the females sitting on the side in the car. Mm-hmm. And then the people, they driving the dope boy car and stuff. So shit, I was all into that.
5.0s with rims and shit on it.
Yeah, my cousin them.
Camaros with rims.
And that's when FUBU was big. Back
for
then.
Us, by us. For y'all who don't know, for us, by us.
Yeah. And so that's what was my drive. And from then on, I was just like, I ain't stopping.
Wow. So what made you stop?
My grandmother. When she cried in front of me, that was it for me, for dealing with the drugs, of selling the drugs.
Do you have an interesting story that, like a dangerous story that happened to you while you were selling drugs? Did somebody ever try to rob you, set you up, or was somebody jealous of you and tried to, you know, get you caught?
Yes. It was my own cousin. I used to go and pick up, after I slowed down a little bit, I used to be the one pick up, trafficking it, take it to where it need to go. And that's started coming out or whatever, and me making a drop off, and they thought they was gonna rob me, and I'm pulling up and surrounded, and they did not know I had people already in the loop that was pulling up behind me to make the drop to get the money for it or whatever. So that was the scariest time for me, and that's part of the reason even my grandmother and that to make me go ahead and pump the brakes on dealing in the dope game.
Yeah,
for the dope game.
For the dope game. Oh, okay. Because you probably was innately a hustler.
Mm-hmm.
You had that. When you got them genes, and when you got that in your blood, you know, it's no holds bars, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you on a funny story. We're gonna move on. My grandma heard I had a lot of drugs. I mean, I was down her sister's house, who stayed down the street from her, right? And and at the moment, I had a lot of drugs on me, and I had a gun on me, and I remember I remember my cousin telling me, man, go put that shit up. Why you walking around with all that on you, right? And I went to put it up. My grandmother thought she was doing me a favor because she really didn't want me in that life. She already got a daughter that smoked crack, right? So imagine having a grandson that's dealing crack. So she brought the police down to my auntie house, and she told them I had drugs and guns and stuff on me. And I remember looking at the police. I was so happy I put the shit up, right? I was looking at the police like, what are you talking about? I said, I don't even know what crack looked like. You know, I was acting like dumbfounded and shit. And I was like, damn, if I would have had that on me, I would probably still be in jail right now because, back then, having some hard crack on you carried a lot of fucking time,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know, and it's just a moment that like that third, and that was the third time. And I was
Okay.
just like, you know what, God, I hear you. This ain't for me. Let me take my punk ass on and do something else.
Yeah.
I'd rather be broke than be in somebody's jail, like that's just how it was for me.
Yeah.
Um, and so you found your clan. Tell me, you saw the older guys at the club and stuff. And this was at what club?
The Parliament House
The
on
famous
Orange Block.
Parliament House.
Yes.
Okay. Who took you there?
His name is Fred. Everybody called him Punk Fred, and and some of the other
Punk Fred?
Punk Fred. Punk Fred. He's dead now. God bless the dead. But his name was Frederick Siplin, and he was older. He had a lot of golds in his mouth, a lot of rings and jewelry, and then he had his hair where it slicked down like it was a finger wave. And I and I met him. That's when I started going towards that Parliament House area to see how that lifestyle was.
Mm.
And
Who
meeting,
Punk Fred?
meeting him, and then I met this guy named Pop. He's still in Florida in Jacksonville, and that's what introduced me to the other lifestyle and hustling on the other side, other than the drug game. So, and I met those, and that was my clique right
And,
there.
and I heard his clique had a name.
You heard the clique had a name?
I heard you was with a clique called the Takers.
Yes, that was later on into the.
That was later on. Well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So, what was this new game that you was introduced to coming out?
Fraud.
Fraud. And what kind of fraud?
Check fraud, bank fraud, ID fraud, making the checks, printing the checks, making the IDs, having the ID machine at the
You had a fucking ID machine?
Yeah, we had the ID machine where we had a storage, and it was everything plugged up in the storage, and we go in there and take the picture and make the driver's license and everything. So during the payroll checks, we used to travel city to city, state to state, cash
Them.
check. Yep, all of that. So
And
that's
was this in the 90s?
it was in 2000s.
Early 2000s?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, and you weren't scared?
No, I wasn't scared.
What?
I wasn't scared at all. When I saw Fred do this, and I was like, well, what is that? And he said, these payroll checks, this is how we make our money. And I started saying that that's all I got to do is go in there and cash. And that's all you got to do. And
with an ID that y'all made?
With an ID that we made.
And a payroll check that you made?
A payroll check that we made. Mm-hmm.
And y'all would go tear the people asses up?
We're going to tell every grocery store, you name it, up from city, state, everywhere.
Y'all didn't play.
I was 18 years old. Pop took me. That's in Florida. Pop took me to about 4-5 different states. We going in, staying in the hotel, go get up that morning, cash the checks and everything. And that's how I learned how to, for my thumbprint, you put not super glue, glue or something on your thumbprint and stretch it up like this here so it won't hit you do it. And we did all that and to make our money.
Wow. Listen to me. Listen, at no point though, like you said, I'm scared I'm gonna get caught.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because the money was so good.
Yeah, the money was so good, and sometimes you got we done hit too many places, and they go to cashing them checks, and they go say, "Okay, well, we got to call the bank and verify." Well, I ain't staying there with you while you calling the bank and verify. I'm hitting the car and getting in the car.
So you leave them with the check.
We leave them with that check.
Okay, so take us in a day of that. Take us in a day of that life.
We get on the road. Fred and us, we print them out. At first, I ain't see Fred printing them. He'll print them out and everything will come. We'll have a whole envelope filled thick like this.
Is that a certain way you had to dress to?
Yes. Whatever the payroll check say, I was in that uniform. So if it said Burger King, I was in a Burger King uniform.
Okay.
At a nursing place, I had a nursing uniform.
Maybe the gays are so smart, it don't make no sense.
Make sure, and then with the correctional facilities, I go to the Army Navy store and get me a correctional outfit or whatever go, so they won't say nothing to me. I'm cashing my check, my payroll.
Okay, it's my fucking check.
Yeah. So and that's what we did. And so it was just we get up, get dressed that morning, and we say, hey, and my goal is I need to make $3,000 or whatever. And so that was a lot of money back then. So we go and
Hell yeah, that was a lot of money in the early 2000s, $3,000.
$800, $900 checks, and we busting it. And then Fred was making them at the time, so we had to split it in half or whatever because he made them. And then that's
Right. You had to pay the piper.
yep. And we go all day after we done with the payroll checks. Then we go write the checks in Walmart. We'll go into the back register and electronics, write one, go to the front register and write another one. Go to
Baby,
the off and then go through, change.
listen. I got girlfriends, man. I got girlfriends. I got friends who used to tear that shit up too. So I know how it go. I was always so scared because I was a church sister too. So I was thinking to myself, Lord, if I do this, I'm gonna get caught the very first time I ever do it. I'm gonna get caught. That used to be my mindset, right? Because I was so scared of jail.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to be fighting no nigga, just be fighting. Motherfucker ain't got nothing to lose. They'll take your whole throat off and send it back home to your parents, right? So, so what's the biggest check you ever cashed?
The biggest check I ever cashed, and back then it was probably like $1,300.
Mhm.
I was kind of timid to go into the check cashing place or the bank because of doors locked. So I wouldn't get that high with that stuff. Or
Mhm.
so my biggest one payroll was probably like $1,200, $1,300. I go in there and bust that or whatever. But going inside, doing $5,000 checks and $10,000 checks, I only went in there one time when Fred used to work in the bank.
Okay.
Work in the bank, and we just go to him and we bust that like that way.
Damn. And how did Fred wear his hair? Because Kendall said Fred had some hair, baby.
Yeah, Fred had to have because Fred was balding up under there. So when
Okay.
he grew his hair out and he'll cut it where it's slick down on the sides like this here, and
Uh-huh.
top is long, and he'll perm that and bring it forward, and then he'll scrunch it back, and it'll scrunch back, and it'll look like finger waves and waves, and then he'll swoop it right on the front, and so it'll look just like a haircut we got, but it looked like finger waves up there. But
Oh my God. Work, Fred.
yeah,
Listen, Trace, you sure would have because the girls didn't play back then. Y'all didn't fucking play. So what was that moment that it got too hot? Because when the getting gets good, you kind of feel invincible, right? Because
yes,
now y'all got a good thing going on. Everybody making money, right? Y'all got
yep,
y'all shit. Y'all dressing y'all ass off. Y'all looking good. Y'all going anywhere y'all want to go.
yep,
Y'all traveling. Y'all got nice cars. Y'all got nice places to live in. The furniture is new. Everything. I mean, I've been around it all, right?
yeah.
And then you start to get a little lackadaisy, like, oh, this is my life, you know. But what was that turning point that said that you got caught up in?
Because I started fucking on this excuse me, I started messing around with this boy,
Okay.
Polk County, Florida. His name was Pooh Man. And in his county he saw me making the money or whatever, but it was in Polk County, Florida.
His
It was
name was what?
Pooh Man.
Oh man.
Yep. And it was in Lake Wells and Lake Hamilton. It was a corner store. And you know how the corner stores have the Indians or the Arabs, and they cash checks and stuff.
Right, right.
Um, they cash checks, and so I went in there and bust about three of them, and therefore I made my money and everything. And I guess when the checks came back, he was in the store with me, so they knew him because he's from that town. And so when he came in there, they said, "Hey, your friend, are we gonna charge you because of you brought him in here and we cash the checks for you?" So this nigga told them my name. So I ain't know.
Shit, you was scared.
Yeah, I ain't know I had a warrant in Polk County. And so I came through Polk County. I guess we got pulled over or something, and boom, they say you got a warrant, and I went to Frostproof County Jail in Polk County.
What?
Hmm.
And how much was these checks? Like, did it add up to a lot?
Yeah, they, when it's over $300, they call it grand theft. So I did three or four of them that was like $700+ a piece. So they got me for grand theft. And when I went to jail, I bonded out, but I got on probation. Probation wasn't a thing for me. I don't like probation, but I get on it. I'm not going to comply. I'm
Right.
just that, so I don't have to
What
be
you
like,
mean you're not gonna comply?
I wasn't studying no probation or what.
Oh, you got to be studying it.
Yeah, I wasn't studying that back then. I went back and tried to make that money again. I was chasing that money. And
So the first time you got caught, it didn't stop you. It didn't say, "Oh no, I can't do this anymore."
it ain't stopped me.
It made you go harder.
Because I was on probation, and then I was on the run for a while because of I violated. I said, well, I ain't going in and stuff. So I just kept making the money, and I got caught up, and I went in, and they told me either the first thing they offered me was 5 years prison, and I was like, no, I ain't taking no prison because I ain't never been. Right. And so I sat in there for probably about 90 days, and then when I went back to court, the man told me, the judge said, hey, look, ain't nobody going home today. You're not doing no jail time. I'm offering a year and day in prison. You can go there, smoke your cigarettes, drink you some sodas, or whatever you need to do. But ain't nobody going home today. Either you're going to take prison or, hey, we'll go back and we'll just go straight to trial. And so I ain't going to no trial because they ain't going to ban me for 25. And so I got a year and a day with prison, and I waited for a week in the county jail, and I got sent off to prison.
And how long did you had to do? A year?
I did a year and a day that time.
How was that? How was prison for you? I did 1 day, and it ran me crazy. And I don't know if it wasn't prison; it was jail. Prison. But I did 1 day.
Prison for me, I hate the county jail. So when I learned that when I went to go experience prison, and I went, it was an eye opener, and that was my first time going. So I had to learn in prison the ropes, even though I'm hot rod on the street or whatever to my people or whatever.
Who gave you the name Hot Rod?
My grandmother them, because I ran track.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that I was just, in prison when I got there, I was like, what the hell I got myself into? And everybody in the family say, Hot Rod going to prison? He going to prison?
They couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it.
Right. And
they couldn't believe it. You was one of the neighborhood dope dealers, and they can't believe it. How the fuck you get caught? They want to know.
Yes. And man, Trent, when I tell you going in there to prison, that was the first time I went in there. It was an eye opener. It was a lot I learned.
Yeah.
But it was one of the most amazing experiences I have ever experienced.
Amazing.
In life. Yes.
Wait a minute. What makes a prison stint amazing? Please tell us.
The thing is, it's just that people look at, I understand that, some people, they look at prison stuff as things on TV. Mm-hmm. And if you experience that type of lifestyle, you would never know.
Right.
I tell people, I feel people should go where they should allow people to go to prison for 3 days out of the week just to see the lifestyle in there.
No, and good.
I love prison. I want to go back to prison. No, that's not nothing. But it's the experience in prison that I had and everything that I learned while I was in there. It's just that dealing with, you have some of the smartest people behind that wall.
I can believe that.
And therefore, me learning from old school men and then other dope dealers and everybody or whatever, because the dope dealer is very good with numbers.
Kendall said he'll pass on the experience.
Right. So you got a lot of people in there that's good with a lot of things. So
yeah.
I'm not numb to learning what these people was teaching me in there. Like, I never thought about sleeping. When I sleep, I'm listening to everything while I'm sleeping. I just right now and hear everything in my household.
How the fuck you do that?
It's just that it's a way I'm a light sleeper. Someone can think I'm sleeping hard as hell, but I hear everything what's going on. Like moving, you would think I'm sleeping. I'm not asleep. I hear everything was going on. I was taught how in there. I ain't never seen nobody go up under a bump and slide across up under bumps and go and stuff. So it's a lot of stuff I learned in prison. And I love that I learned that in there because I would have never had the knowledge of what I've grown till when I got back out on the street and everything that what I was taught in there.
So what was some of the things that you was taught?
I say sometimes you'll hear me say or whatever, or I make a post talking about I'm a convict or whatever, because I am a true convict because I've been 3 times or whatever. But that experience was like people go to the Army and the Navy and they go through boot camp, their
Mm-hmm.
first experience in prison is like boot camp. Like you're being taught, like I didn't know how to play spades and none of that type of stuff. I learned how to do all that type of stuff.
Okay.
From then on, dealing with the law and learning the law, you have a law library. So you have a lot
Okay.
of men that's been in there for 20, 30, 40 years, and that's all they doing is reading books and learning the law. So I didn't know nothing about statute of limitations and anything with the law. So I sat next to those old school dudes and learning the stuff of dealing with the law. So if the police pull you over or knowing your case and you don't have a lawyer, you have a public defender and stuff, you know what things and what cases that you've seen and who it tried this case or whatever, to know what to say to be able to defend yourself. So a lot of that stuff I was taught in trades in there. I learned how to do things in there. I learned how to braid and twist hair and do all kinds of stuff. And I got better with my sketching and everything. So in prison, it was a lot that I learned in there.
Did they know you came in with sugar in your tank?
No, they didn't know I came in with a little sugar in my tank in the beginning.
In the beginning, so you was in there acting like the ultimate trade.
Yeah, I was the same old me, same old hot rod.
Oh, when you start wearing your dukes around there? When? At what
No,
point?
I never wore those. I never wore those. They had us in our bobos and then our blues and everything, but I never wore those.
Oh, okay. Wow. And was that your only time in prison
No, I went 2 more times after that
for the same thing?
for dealing with fraud. Yeah.
Wow. What was it so special about what you was doing that you couldn't let it go?
The money. I know they say the money is the root of all evil, or
Mhm.
whatever, but I was so invested in living and getting ahead in life and paying certain things that I needed to pay when I was not in school anymore and I was doing things online. And what my friend Pop and Fred then was teaching me, they was like, yeah, you out here in these streets with us and you doing this, and yeah, you done went to prison, you got out or whatever. You need to get this degree of what you went to school for. You had a full track scholarship and everything. And I did it, but I didn't get to finish because of I had to go off to prison, but they made it their business while I'm making this money, do what I need to do to get this degree so you can get it and be done with it. And that was something that I just would not stop.
So you
And
still got your degree?
yeah, in business administration.
Okay, congratulations on that.
Yep.
Congratulations on that because I know now that you have a very important position, a job, right? And a lot of times it's hard for somebody who's been convicted. Are you a convicted felon?
Yes, I am a convicted felon. It has now been, my conviction has now been over 10 years.
Okay.
And I'm glad you touched about the job, because of, it's a touchy subject for me because of, I thought that, especially in Florida, if
Mhm.
you are a convicted felon, Florida is going to hold you down for the rest of your life.
Mhm.
And it was to a point where I can't do nothing but go back to making this
Go
money
absolutely.
because of Florida was not letting me do and live and go, and I'll get out, I'll go look for a job where they would not hire me at a construction site
Wow.
because of my background. I'm like, it's murderers and stuff here, and they would not hire me. And I was like, I was not gonna stop. And the degree, I said, I went through all of this and I got this degree. I'm going to put this degree to use. And even though I went to prison 2 more times after that or whatever, I still had that degree and they can't take this from me.
They can't take it.
And it took a lot out of me. And I came up to Atlanta and I came and got a job just testing Atlanta out to see if it's different from Florida. And Naisha was in the Walmart and I was a customer service manager.
Mhm.
And I seen her and I was talking to her and I didn't know her or whatever, but I seen her before and we talked,
Okay.
and I talked about,
Had you seen her on show and stuff before?
yes.
Okay, all right.
And we talked or whatever, and I told her about the background or whatever. And she kept telling me, keep fighting, keep doing what you're doing. You got this or whatever, and we just talked about our experiences in life or whatever. She
Okay.
told me about her experience and stuff. So I went back to Florida or whatever, tried it again. It didn't happen. So throughout all of that, I came to Atlanta, and I am a firm believer in Trent. This here ain't going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know how to use this and
Mm-hmm.
talk,
And not just for sucking dick. You know how to
right,
use it for
right,
talking.
right,
Yeah.
and it took so much out of me, Trent, from Florida. It kept knocking me down, knocking me down, knocking.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was not past the 7 years, not past 7 years.
Yeah.
But and then I'm telling the truth that
So it has to be past 7 years for you to do
it had,
something?
it had to be at first, but
Okay.
I was able to talk and I told the truth about my background. But I interview very well,
I can
and
believe it.
you cannot take that knowledge because of I was always in the food industry. And
Okay.
so, therefore, me growing up from a child and working as well and doing all of this, because when Dixie was my first job at 14 years old as a bagger, and then coming up through and working for Checkers and everything, Atlanta was the first place that gave me the break of me being a district manager for the Checkers in the Atlanta market.
Oh, nice.
I spoke, his name was Julio Vasquez, and I spoke, and I was so happy because I came up here. And the reason why I came up here because I met Pooh earlier in life. That's Jay Tajur. And
Okay.
me and Pooh been friends for over
Shout
20.
out to JT's your pool.
We've been friends for over 20 years, and he was living up here. And that's when he said, you need to come up here and you need to do what you got to do. And he knew I could interview well and talk or whatever because I knew what I was talking about when it came to
Uh-huh.
QSR. And so I got it and was on it, and I was running 12 different checkers up here. And it's just that I was blessed that got the chance to get it. And sometimes it make me emotional because of I know my background.
Mm-hmm.
And these people kept, and then Obama said they're taking convicted felons off of the application, but they're still doing this and they got to run your background and everything.
Yes.
I had to do what I have to do, and I had to sell myself, and I got that job.
Wow. And that type of mindset, did that come from everything you had to learn from like growing up being a hustler all the way into being locked up and to getting out? Because like you said, some of the smartest people in the world are
Yes,
behind bars.
yes,
But they can't effectively compete in the world because they're locked up. So you learn from them. Did you learn a lot from those people, those OGs?
yes. I learned a lot from those OGs. A lot of times, and in prison and stuff, it teach you patience because
Okay.
you ain't going nowhere.
You're not going nowhere.
And I was a hothead, and no, I wanted done right then. What done right then, and so I see that I couldn't get it done right then. So I had. So they taught me a lot of patience. They taught me a lot of, and then you have some of the guys that are in corporate America that's in there for white collar, and they taught me how to sit up and interview and
Mhm.
or whatever because of I was numb to a lot of things. I'm a street nigga.
Yeah.
I'm numb to it, but I know I wanted to find the things in life.
Mhm.
So I got to do what I got to do. And me coming and interviewing and everything, and then where I'm at today with the job that I have today, I am beyond blessed because of prison taught me, Trent. I'm telling you, yes, I went to school and got the degree or whatever, but prison taught me outside of that degree and everything. So that's what I would say to anyone. I was blessed in prison, and that was the best experience of my life I've had because it taught me the brotherhood, the loyalty, and everything.
Mhm.
Drive, just stay focused, driving forward with your life and everything, and don't give up. And I made it through prison 3 times, and
3 times.
it to be up in there or whatever. Did I fight in there? Yes, but my education came first, and I wanted to listen to the old school dude. Them people ain't getting out no more. So all they doing is talking to you, telling you, and teaching you or whatever. So I was in there, and I had to soak in all that knowledge.
Yeah.
So, and therefore, if that's where I'm blessed, where I'm at today, and the job that I have today, because of without that, I'm sorry, I wouldn't be here today
Yeah.
without going through those experiences in prison.
So you feel like everything you went through was necessary?
It was necessary, very necessary.
Yeah. Because everybody don't come out better on the other side,
No.
but you did. I remember us getting our haircut. We both go to the same barber, Rashad. Shout out to Rashad. And you tell it, before there was Cookie Lions, I
Oh,
was
yeah.
the original Cookie.
Yes, because in prison, people got to understand.
I want to know about this
I
Cookie.
used to talk with Naisha and Dickie. You know Dickie?
I know Dickie. Yeah, shout out to Dickie.
And we used to talk and stuff because of I don't even talk to MBU Grand Katrina. Like we done sat and talked about some stuff because of if you're a convict that don't go up with you're a convict.
Yeah.
So we gonna talk and chit chat or whatever. So you could be the hardest dude all you want to. I don't care how someone think about me or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, my name is Hot Rod. Yes, I like to fuck on boys.
Okay.
So when you in there with those dudes or whatever, however it may be, it's gonna be someone masculine that you're gonna find attractive or whatever. But if they feel or they know that you have been messing with the gay boys before you got in there or whatever, they call you a baby. So in Florida, they don't call you no punk or no sissy in prison. They call you a baby.
Okay.
So they respect you in there. So if a person calls you a punk, sissy, or fag, or whatever, however those words are, then what they're gonna do is they're gonna step up on them and say that's disrespectful. That's a baby. So therefore, I was walking down the black top one day going to child. We all in the line, and this boy named Westside from Leesburg. We just sitting up in there, and I'm just walking in the line, just tiptoeing down the black top or whatever. And somebody turn around and say, "Cookie, hey Cookie." I'm saying, "Cookie." Just look around, and I'm talking to T.O. in front of me. I'm like, who are you calling Cookie? He said, I'm talking to you. I say, talking to me. My name ain't Cookie. My name Hot Rod. Like, that's too masculine. Your name Cookie or whatever. Cookie. And so therefore, I'm walking on the compound everywhere I go. If I go to canteen, on the rec field, play basketball, whatever, they say that's Cookie. So I tell people that Tyler Perry them owe me some money. Because I was the original Cookie before Cookie Lion came.
No, Lee Daniels owe your ass.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. And so how long was this stint in jail?
The second time I did 3, and the last time I did 3, 2.5, 3. So
you spent a great deal of time there. I bet you wouldn't go back to save your life right now.
No, I ain't going back there. No.
Yeah.
I go visit people. I'll just still be. No, I ain't going to now.
Was one of these times you went to jail for hanging out with the takers?
No, the takers, we never got caught.
Okay.
The takers was Monkey. It was Monkey. You know Monkey.
I know Monkey.
Yes. It was Pooh.
Okay,
JT, and it was me. So we used to, when we out in the streets, Monkey was that person that she was a tall one, big. So therefore, we go in and do whatever we doing. We'll go into a furniture store, want a big picture on the wall or whatever, 2 sizes bigger than her. Monkey.
Wait, y'all just go in these people's store and take what y'all want?
Go in the people's store, take the stuff about the wall, and have the U-Haul parked out the door. Monkey put the stuff on the back of the U-Haul. Who driving the thing, bumping, tearing up people's cars, driving down the street. We go into the pet store, Monkey them putting dogs all in their shirts and bags and walking out the store. So that's how the takers.
How long did the takers last? How long y'all was going around terrorizing Florida?
Terrorizing that about 2-3 years in Orlando.
That is fucking hilarious. So who introduced you to pageantry? Because I see that you had a title years ago. What was that title?
Yes, I was Liberty International Newcomer.
I always want to be Liberty too. What made you get into pageants?
Antoinette.
Okay, is that your mom? Your gay mom?
Yes.
Okay, shout out to Antoinette.
Yeah.
Nail to the Robert.
I was this diehard when I seen Antoinette and met Antoinette. Antoinette used to try to talk to me.
Okay.
And it wasn't going that way.
Okay.
One day she was like, "Oh, you my son. You my son."
Was it because she was doing drag? Because I know the gay boys come out. They don't want nobody doing no drag.
And but it's just that she was like, "You gonna be my son." So I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "Okay, this mom." So I'm with her everywhere. Start seeing her, being around her, and I fell in love with Antoinette of that character. And
Hmm.
mom, like I could be in public and say mom or
Hmm.
whatever. And it was just she was doing it. And then therefore you have me backup dancer. I don't start dancing. That they say, oh, you can learn it. So I don't start dancing and everything. So Antoinette go to Black Universe, I done dance with a Black Universe. Then she say her grandma's Marissa. So I'm at Marissa dancing with Marissa at Black America. And
You was somebody you back up dancing too?
yeah.
Get out of here. So you weren't as straight as you weren't as straight as you thought you was. You up there.
Antoinette she put me on the stage.
So what was it like being on the stage? What did that feel like for you?
It was amazing to me because of the first pageant I actually ever went to was Liberty when it was in Jacksonville, and Kavani Mon won.
It used to be in Jacksonville?
Yeah, it was in Jacksonville and Kavani Mon won.
Well,
And
shout out to Kavan.
and I saw them and I fell in love with it, like looking at this stuff like, wow, this shit, I can do this shit or whatever. And I just kept watching it. And I met Jermaine, Iman, and Jermaine was the first dude I have ever talked to, ever.
Oh, y'all was lovers.
Yes,
Just Jermaine, Rock Sock and Jermaine.
yes, Jermaine Hancock.
Shout
Yes,
out to Jermaine.
first ever.
How long were y'all together?
About a year.
Did you fall head over heels in love with him?
Yeah, Jermaine had me about to beat his ass on every corner.
Why you want to beat the man up?
Jermaine was here. I used to fly up here from Florida to Atlanta to visit.
Oh.
And,
Y'all had a long distance relationship.
and then that was trouble when the stuff came out and what was going on. So
What was going on?
a lot that he wasn't supposed to be doing that I was gonna get him.
Well, y'all was in two different states. Do you find that long distance relationships are hard?
It, I ain't know no better.
Okay.
I never was dated or talked to a dude or whatever. I never, so it was just.
Also, this was your first love as far as a gay guy.
The first thing I really just said, oh, okay, this is what it is, or whatever. And Jermaine just was like, he was so little and everything, and he was so feminine.
Oh, he gonna get you. He gonna get you. He gonna get you. Was you around her ring shopping and shit?
No.
Oh, you didn't want to be married? Do you still get butterflies when you see them?
No. Me and Jermaine, Maya will say every time we're around each other, and Maya will always say, y'all, them too. When somebody, like if someone was trying to talk to me or whatever, and Jermaine around, especially if they're Jermaine's friend or whatever, Maya will come out and say, that's gonna go left, y'all. That's gonna go left. And to this day, me and Jermaine argues. We haven't spoken in a while, but we fuss about certain things. We'll fuss about, but other than that, we cool. But he mad at me right now for something that I said. But yeah,
he could be mad at you for this too.
Yeah.
You call him feminine. So that's your type of guy. Feminine guy is your type of guy.
Yeah, I like him a little soft. I don't like nothing hard and rough. I don't like that. That's not.
You don't like the trade.
Yeah, I'm not attracted.
That's
to that.
because you the trade.
I like something a little soft. I love something to feel kind of like a woman.
Oh, that's that trade shit. I like feminine guys. I don't mind a broke wrist. I don't mind the wrist not working. I really do. When motherfucker call me bruh, I don't want to talk to him no more. Bruh. Nigga. I'm not finna smoke. You're not finna smoke cigarettes in my garage. You're not finna be rolling a blunt. And your feet stink shit. Yeah. Wow. So was that your first experience with heartbreak? Did you go through heartbreak with that?
Yeah, I remember like it was yesterday. We was at a Duval function.
Mhm.
And they used to have that hotel at the Days Inn as their host hotel.
Okay.
And Mark Robinson,
I
I
know
remember
more.
yesterday, he was down the hall from us, and Jermaine was there. He was reigning with Tasia
As
as
what?
Liberty.
Okay.
And Jermaine and I was at the same room, and that phone rang, and that was Mark Robinson.
Mm.
And Jermaine and
Wait a
I,
minute, a hotel phone rang or the cell phone?
cell phone rang.
Okay.
So therefore, I guess he was trying to call and talk to Jermaine or what
Okay.
back then. So because I didn't know him, I just remember the face.
Okay.
I knew the name or whatever. And that day it was a breakdown for me or whatever because of I felt that some shady was going on or whatever.
Did
And
you feel it in your gut? Because your gut is God and you can
yeah,
feel certain
I
things.
felt it.
Uh-huh.
Felt it that day. And after then, it was kind of like spiraling downhill after then because of I wasn't with it. I felt something was going on and it wasn't changing my mind.
And you couldn't trust him no more.
Oh, not at all.
Wow. So did that affect how you dated going on in your life? Did it affect how you felt about guys?
No, I just wouldn't date them. We'll twirl, do whatever we're gonna do, but
Mhm.
that's it. That's it. Actually, now I'm happy. I'm in a relationship now.
Oh, you're in a relationship now. For how long?
Yes, him and I are. I think this is it for me.
You think this the one?
Yeah,
What makes this the one?
it's every opposite attracts for me.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and I met him and I seen him, and it was just I said to myself, I got to get him.
I
And
gotta have him.
yeah, and it's about 3 weeks. I was just chasing him. Well, because I'm a chaser. I'm gonna tell a person quick. I don't like to be chased. I like to chase. I,
Mm.
I'm
But how
aggressive.
long will you chase? How long do the chase last?
Oh no, I ain't lasting all that because if they ain't biting no more, I ain't doing all that.
But
Oh, but
I
he
think you may be like the Temptations. You ain't too proud to beg.
right, and he bit the bait, and it's just we've been vibing, and it's just this person, I've never thought that I would feel this way about a dude, and he just does. He's younger than me, but he understands and he's learning with me. We're growing together, and it's just he everything that I want.
What's his name? I'm just and seeing these comments.
Nah, he don't go out stuff like that stuff and all that. He hang out with his best friends, these girls and all that, and that's
Oh, so
that.
where did you meet him at?
I met him in a restaurant.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
Hmm.
All right, yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, 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 yes. Your first king in here, Germany.
Oh yes, what's going on, Germany?
And so, um, after going through all you went through in the community and doing the things you do, you decided that you wanted to have something that was your own.
Yes,
And that project was National Newcomer of the Year. How
yes.
did you come up with this?
Well, it was Courtney Bonet did Closet Ball of the Year, and
Okay.
it was Courtney and Monkey,
And
and
where did they have this at?
they had it. I think they had Closet Ball of the Year up here in Atlanta,
Okay, okay.
and me and Courtney and Sion, me and
Shout out to Sion. I know Sion.
Sion is like a father to me, and we
Okay.
time and Trail. Well, y'all, I call him Trail, Courtney Bonet,
Courtney
and
Bonet.
came to me and say, "Hey, I want to know could you go in partnership with me and you do national like it was called Newcomer of the Year." And I said, "No, I don't like that. I do National Newcomer of the Year." So you got Closet Ball of the Year. So Closet Ball of the Year be their last closet ball before they go to a newcomer, and then you do National Newcomer of the Year before they go to the regular division. And that's when I said that I'll do it. And I was the reason why I wanted to do it is because of I've seen a lot of newcomers compete over the years. And it's not like it used to be back in the day.
Okay, what's different?
What's different is people talk about that they want newcomers to step up, they want newcomers to do this and do this, but they're not helping them. And there's a lot of, okay, because of its longevity and the history,
Mhm.
and you have years for owning these pageants and have all these formers, but some of those formers have not made it from when they reigned for you and made it mainstream big or whatever. And I saw the newcomers, it was a lack of help because of back then a lot of newcomers wasn't sewing and doing makeup and all of that, and now those people are not newcomers no more, and the newcomers that I see now, a lot of them are doing it. So why not have a system that can work with them and have people coming in with workshops and doing things to help them elevate and get to the next level? And I saw that people were reigning for systems, but yet they weren't progressing in the art form, and that's something that I hated. And I see them on stage, but I was always that person would tell them, keep going. They don't know me from a can of paint, but I see the vision. And I listen to a lot of times when Naisha and a lot of them talked about things, and people would used to think that, oh, this woman mean or whatever. But I have sat and she would ask questions and we would talk and go back and forth about things. And even when I met you, Trent, I saw you guys on Point of View or whatever, and I had to get to you to let you know and understand my vision for these newcomers, because of if you don't know how to paint yourself and do things, okay, let me get you with these right people so that
Right.
you know this before you leave. If you don't know how to sew or whatever, let's get you with these people, because of I'm gonna put the olive branch out. I'm gonna do what I need to do on my part. But I want you to, if you're willing to go that route with me, we're gonna go to the moon together, and I'm gonna ride with you to the end. And I feel that because of this National Newcomer of the Year, after you reign for National Newcomer of the Year, there should be no reason why, after you give up that title, that you're not ready to step up and go on and do what you need to do in the mainstream.
Mm.
And that's why I felt that dealing with the national newcomer system, I'm going to implement everything that I don't see in other systems and support these people. And a lot of people come to me and say, you're spending too much money. You're doing this, but I'm not going to give where I'm doing the system and I send them out there to get read. They will not be a subject of nobody's read. So therefore, if I want you to look right, if I need you for the national waltz to look right, I'm paying that money. And I'm gonna make sure if I want you in this dress or this suit and we pick this out together, either I'm paying a deposit or I'm paying for the fabric, and we're gonna get this done.
Mm.
And so therefore,
Y'all hear that, newcomers? His pageant is coming up May 24th, right? He
yes,
is invested in how y'all look, how y'all carry yourself. And from what I'm hearing you say, you also invested in them stepping up to become the next generations of rulers,
yes,
the next generation of symbols,
yes.
uh, controlling the continent and all of this kind of stuff, discovering the US of A. Um, um, what are the main things you're looking for from a king and a queen?
My thing is, a lot of people compete just because of they want to be in the
As
limelight.
you should, Octavius.
And the thing is that what I'm looking for, I'm open and honest. I'm an open book. So
Okay.
my kings and queens, we talk. And what I look for them is just be open with me. Let's talk. I
Mhm.
understand that you're the king or the queen or whatever, but what I'm looking for, I am the pageant owner. I feel
Okay.
queen are the promoters of the system. That
Mm.
they won or whatever. So they're promoting themselves as well as the system. I'm behind them and I'm gonna back them 100%. And so therefore we're gonna promote together. So my thing is I let them do and promote and do what they need to do. And I'm gonna promote and do what I need to do because it's my system. But yet I'm looking for them. People say visible all the time. And mine are booked. They're gonna be booked where they
Huh.
at. So
Talk about it. Talk about it.
therefore, so I'm gonna make sure the visibility and stuff that is gonna be there. But outside of that, what I'm looking for a king and a queen, if your personal life ain't right, then I can't expect your reign and stuff to be right. So I'm going to talk and deal with you on that personal level, even if I have to hire you to get you a job where it needs to be,
Oh,
or
I
what
love
I'm,
that.
what I need to do as a pageant owner to make sure that that personal is correct first, and then we're going to soar after that for that we can get this extracurricular stuff that we like to do to make sure you be right, because of I'm hard on mine when it comes to personal. And so therefore I'm big on that. And they call me a softy because of I will cry or whatever when it comes to things because I'm passionate about it and I love it.
And
And
what makes you so passionate?
because I just hate to see somebody be abused
Okay.
and how, and I'm being honest, some of the newcomers are abused.
In
And
what ways would you say they're abused?
what ways? Because a lot of people say step up, step up, step up. Yeah,
Okay.
that started late. Step up, step up. Hassan won my pageant. Hassan ain't step up to a year and a half, 2 years later
Mhm.
because he listened and he
Okay.
understood the philosophy of everything.
Shout
And
out to Hassan. Hassan is a bad motherfucker. He
yeah,
he he puts
and
that shit
so
on.
even Germany been in it or whatever,
Yes.
but they listen to certain things. Yeah, they got fine tuning to do or whatever, but it come to a point where that they listen to everything of what's going on and watch and understand and study. And I'm
Mhm.
with them. So I can get on the phone with Hassan and them every day. Hassan can send me pictures of stuff. And I dissect that look to the T. And Hassan, damn, that's the right promoter. That's the same thing I said, or whatever. So that is the thing that dealing with them, I'm all in, Trent, with them. I'm all in, and I'm gonna go to the end, right, wrong, and different. I'm gonna go to the end of the moon with them.
Have you had a situation with a king and queen where it made you want to uh, uh, um, let them go, or are you the type that just this is my family and I ride with them to the end?
Yes. When Marcel first became my king, Marcel mouth so flipped, and Marcel came in the group. Them fingers was going
Uh-huh.
about a meeting. I ain't care what Marcel talking about some meat or whatever. And so everybody would say Bryce is strict.
Yeah.
I am strict, but it's for the betterment, and so we can have some type of structure.
Yeah.
So when Marcel was going and going and going, I said, okay, this little motherfucker here finna get the throne right in the beginning. But I broke down because he wasn't willing to. When I say Marcel, we're gonna talk later.
Mhm.
All right, kept going. Marcel, we're gonna talk later.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Marcel, this is it. We're gonna talk later.
And
and,
that's that on that.
but yeah, and so any kings and stuff, it's just that sometimes a lot of people, like a lot of people say that they feel that I'm not approachable or whatever because of I look mean or I don't speak to people because of I don't know a lot of people. So I'm not that type of person that just go out, hey everybody. And Aisha would sit at the table with me on family night and say, um, grandbaby, you you need to talk. Okay, so we gonna wait. Bryce, how you doing? And whatever. And so she made
Are
it.
you shy or are you just reserved?
I'm very reserved and I watch. And that's the convict in me. I stand back and I don't like to be around too much going on around me.
Okay.
And I observe when I see certain things going, because everybody have this way of, because people say stuff be messy or whatever, people talk shit or whatever. Everybody have their messy ways of stuff, and so it's
Yeah.
very few
Yeah.
people that I sit and cackle with or whatever, or I say things with. But I'm so blunt. If someone was asking me, I'm gonna say what I say it or whatever. So
Mhm.
that's just the person I am, and I want people to be able to come and speak with me or whatever. But I don't know everybody, so I be calling people different names and don't know the person or whatever. So, but I want the people to know who I am and know my passion, because if they can only go by what they see the king and queen, but they never see or never spoke to the promoter, but they'll DM me on Facebook and talk to me, but never had a conversation, so that they understand this man's passion and his dream and his goals and ambitions with the system.
Yeah. And everybody not gonna be so jolly all the time. And people got to understand that too. Like you can't be everybody's best friend when you're running a business. Also, like you manage many, many stores. You
Mhm.
can't go in there be there holding everybody's hand and stuff. You got to stay stern on what you believe. I made that mistake when I was starting department head and jobs and stuff. I didn't take it like I don't need to be stern on these people. These grown people, they know what they're doing. But you'll realize that not all the time. Not
Yep.
all the time. They don't know what they're doing. They need to be led, and sometimes people need to be led, and there's nothing wrong with that. Again, y'all, um, my girl Dominique is going to Continental Elite. I got her cash app up, so if y'all want to send her $1, $2, $3, $5, send her something, child. This shit expensive. We talking about pageants now. Um, your pageant is May 24th.
Yep.
Let's talk about it. Presentation is all white formal
Yes.
for queen and king. And
Yeah,
when you say formal, can this be a pantsuit for girls, or it's got to be a gown?
yeah, it could be pantsuit for girls. It could be
Okay, just as long as it's a out the
form,
five formal look.
the five form. Yes. Mhm.
Okay, okay. And so it used to be white, purple, and gold, right?
Yes.
What was the decision to go with all white? Is this a baby universe?
Yes, I feel that, and I call a lot of people see that is that because of it. I'm saying her name again. Me and Naisha got a true bond, and me
Oh
and Craig,
yeah, I love Naisha. She's a
and,
wealth of
and
knowledge.
Craig Shaw, we talk all the time. Craig Shaw, and it's just that since the beginning, they were in my corner.
Okay,
And it's just that they're there. Craig was judging, Naisha hosting. They're there to tell me the do's and don'ts and what not to do, and everything just involved in it heavy. And I spoke with Archie earlier this year. He said, I'm coming this year or whatever. And yes, it's other pageants out there or whatever, but I want my people to be groomed to be
okay,
able to go and be a ruler or a symbol or something. And so, therefore, or a Westland. So, therefore, that's why I feel, and people say, "Oh yeah, he thinks it's like the baby universe." It's because of I want to groom y'all to the next level, and the universe people are behind me.
okay, okay. Great, great.
So therefore, and they see my vision, and they want me to keep going. Nice, they talk to me all the time about it, and I feel that this is, and some of my formers want to go to MBU, and this is what, and that Tutelage and how they get them, and beat them up, get them all good, and then push
Mhm.
them out there. So yeah, they,
Okay.
they look at it. Oh, he think this baby universe, but
Well, I love that. We need a baby universe because they're not gonna have a universe newcomer. They're just not doing it. It's not gonna be a universe junior. It's just not happening. All right.
right.
It took them a long time to even put the fat bitches in there. But shout out to Universe. And we have talent. Is that a specific time on talent
It's
or
7
what?
minutes.
7 minutes, including setup or with setup? I
It's
mean,
um the setup is 2 minutes setup and then 7 minutes.
2 minutes, then 7 minutes. Sportswear of your choice.
Yep.
Okay. Gown, formal of your choice.
Yep.
Top five Q&A. And this is May 24th. Do we have a venue yet?
Actually, I went to see two venues today. I have these two. I'm just weighing out my options because of I went to a hotel and I love the ballroom that I seen yesterday, and I love the ballroom that I saw today.
Oh,
So
y'all doing ballrooms.
yes, so by
Oh,
Sunday, I will have it the finalize of which where it's going to be.
okay. That's what's up. And y'all be learning them question and answers and stuff. Entry fee is $200. Early
Yeah,
entry fee is 150. Is it still early entry fee right now?
early entry fees stopped in I think February.
Oh no, y'all can't get early entry fee no more. Bring your $200 and come on to the page. This is a great system, y'all. We need to support the community as well. Come out and support. I like to see people doing big things in the community and having new avenues for people to compete. And it means a lot when people get out and support. But I'm glad people getting to see you and talk to you because a lot of times we judge people off just the exterior. We don't
Mm,
know what's going on in the interior. So it's great to hear your story. It's
mm,
great to talk to you. I've invited your court in to
mm.
talk about their experience as the national representative. We have British um, Fox in here. And where'd Marcel go? And we have Marcel Onyx Braxton. How y'all doing?
I'm
Hey,
well.
Are you still on a plane?
Hey,
I'm on the plane.
That's what's
Can y'all hear
up.
me?
We can hear
yes.
you. We can hear you.
Okay.
I wanted to understand you guys' experience as being National Newcomer of the Year. How has your experience been?
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll go first.
you supposed to lead, right?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can
Trent,
hear
I
you.
can't hear
I'm
you.
still teaching them.
You can't hear
um,
Bryce?
Y'all can
I
hear
can.
Trent?
Yes, we can hear
I can
Trent.
hear.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Can you not hear
My
me?
Bryce said he can't hear you.
I'm gonna come back in. All right. Y'all go ahead and talk. Tell about.
Um, my experience as National Newcomer of the Year, honestly, it has been nothing short of amazing. Um, I've learned a lot throughout my
Hello,
tenure of. I've learned a lot throughout my tenure of being
Marcel,
national.
you talking?
I
Yes, I
can't,
can.
Bryce. That must be you. You need to leave and come out.
Oh, I need to leave and come out.
Yeah, because I can hear Marcel and I heard Trent. So it's you.
All right. So what I was saying was, it has been nothing short of amazing. Throughout my tenure of being National Newcomer of the Year, I would say this system has gave me confidence within myself. The tutelage that I have picked up on throughout reigning this system, um, I could take it with me as I step up. And Bryce, just like he said, as I was watching the interview, Bryce is very hands on with everything that he does. Um, and yeah, it's a very great system. He's very well invested in what you do within your
Okay,
reign.
I can't hear Marcel now.
He's also invested with your personal life also. And what I mean by that is, like,
I
Bryce
can't hear
Marcel,
is
can you hear
someone
Marcel.
me?
who wants the best for you. Not only as you're running his system, but while you are progressing within your life. So yeah,
British, can you hear me?
British.
I can hear y'all. Well, not
No,
British.
now British can't hear. Go out
She.
and come back in, British. Yeah,
Uh
she
huh.
go back in.
Uh.
Yeah. What has been one of the highlights about being Mr. National Newcomer Year, and why should people come and compete, Marcel? I mean, can you hear me?
I can
They
hear.
can listen. They can't hear.
They
They
go.
can't hear. And then you can be okay. Let's add.
I can hear you.
Hello. Can you
Okay.
hear Marcel?
I can y'all now.
British, can you hear?
Yes, I can hear.
Okay. Why should people come and compete for National Newcomer of the Year?
You want me to answer?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, people should come and compete because I know Bryce be a little low key. Like Bryce don't really talk to everybody. He be acting like he's shy. Bryce is not shy. He's very vocal. So he might not, like talk to a lot of people. But honestly, I will say that a lot of people like don't know Bryce like that. So I feel like that's why it was only three girls last year. But honestly, truly to know Bryce is to love Bryce. He's very like adamant about making sure that you have the best of the best. I know that I had made my post like about what happened in Black America, but Bryce and Marcel was more like torn up about it than me. Like I didn't care. It's what I do on my day to day. So like when it happened, I literally just clicked into it. Like, but Bryce was literally on the phone with me the entire way. And that's not only first thing that something like this has come up, but Bryce is always like literally right there. Whenever I need something or I'm like something messing up, Bryce always like literally right there, phone call or text away, like to figure it out with me and like be there for you. And a lot of times people don't care, especially a promoter when they giving you your money when they owe you their money, they don't feel like they entitled to help you. They feel like you need to have it all together in order for you to get their money. Before I even got there, I had already got paid. Maybe a week before.
So the coins is
And
there.
all of this stuff was
Mine's not
going on.
definitely
I
there.
still got paid and was there. You get what I'm saying? Like Bryce
Yeah.
is very hands-on. I done got my stipends on time. It ain't been no like I whatever. People was talking things before, but I can't relate. I don't know what they go through at their system or what they might have heard, but
Wait a
that
minute,
ain't
Bryce. Y'all
happening with
get
me.
stipends over there?
Wait, I
They.
can't hear.
Monthly stipends are on the 15th of each month.
Oh. What these newcomers at? Y'all better bring y'all ass over here to National Newcomer of the Year, May 24th
Can
in
y'all hear
Atlanta,
me?
Georgia.
And not to mention, that
That's
has
what I get
nothing
for
to
being
do.
messy. My phone, I can't hear y'all.
Not not to mention, those stipends has nothing to do with your booking fees.
Take me
When you
out and put
start,
me back.
It has nothing to do with your booking fee. Can y'all?
it's like every time someone goes
It's his
out,
phone. He gonna have to go out and come back in.
Oh, we gotta talk to them later. They love you. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, let's try that one more time. Listen, what's up with these phones?
Yeah.
Y'all send my baby mama some money. Anaya, $ Anaya E. We try and get the Continental. Can both of y'all hear now?
I'm
I'm
back. I
here.
can hear.
I can hear you.
Can you hear Bryce?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so y'all get stipends over here monthly, and y'all get bookings.
Of
And see, a
course.
lot of pageants don't do this, and this is why it's important for people to go places where you will be celebrated. You will, be appreciated for the work that you do um, for the system. It won't just be like, oh, you're supposed to do this. Everybody need a little
Mhm.
help along the way when you being on that stage. Oh, what's one of the best moments? Both of you, anybody can chime in and answer. What is one of the best moments you've had being representing this title?
My best moment that I've had representing this title would would be my first walk. Because I would say National Newcomer was the second pageant that I won. However, the attention that I got from Bryce just preparing for just a regular walk was nothing short of amazing. And then how he showed up at the venue, I had never received that type of attention from anyone, and he was just very much so hands on with us preparing for the walk, even though we pretty much did everything on our own. Um, but how attentive he was, it was just, it was an amazing feeling.
Mm. And had you felt that before you won this title?
I hadn't felt that before I won this title, no.
Because Peach State didn't do that, huh? No, I'm just playing. I'm just, I'm just, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Don't you answer that. Don't you answer that.
I won't.
I will.
What was your most memorable moment, British?
I like I like when we just be talking, like when we have our personal conversations and stuff like off the phone. I feel like that's when we all kind of like let loose. Really, it ain't been ever since we won. When we sat down the next day to sign our contracts, it's literally just been like whatever. Like we all was pretty upfront. Like Bryce told us about his past and whatever. Like I love when to me I love when like people just straightforward with you. I'm a straightforward person. I would like to just know everything up front, and I feel like we all kind of just let it go right there at the table. Like that was when we all first sat down and we just talked and got to know each other. For real.
Mm. And do you feel ready, capable, and willing to step up after this type of rain?
Yes, I'm ready.
Marcel, what about you?
Absolutely, yes.
Marcel already
I'm
stepped
ready.
up.
Then that nigga step back down.
That's
That
what they
hurt.
say, but I didn't step up. That was a pride pageant, you guys. But I am preparing to step up, actually.
Okay, okay. What can we expect from y'all the night of your give up for this competition?
Entertainment.
I want I
Um,
give up to look like a national step down,
correct.
and it will.
Mm.
I'm
And
gonna
it
do
will.
whatever in my power to make sure that it look that way, and that's what go on. I really want. The thing is, like he said, like this is the baby universe. I wanted to give that.
Okay.
Like that's why I appreciate the presentation being all white this year and all the things that we gonna have. Them implement into the pageant, like sort of like reminiscent of what universe does.
Mm. Okay. Any advice y'all want to give to any entertainers that's coming along, or is there anybody y'all excited to see compete, or is there anybody that y'all want to compete?
Um,
I want
I'm
everybody at
excited.
my give up.
I
You
want
want
everybody at my give up also. Whoever
I just
comes,
want them. I want them to really get an experience. Like I always say that when I ran Sweetheart, that was like a good reign. Like they taught me how a queen should be treated. Like that
okay.
was a great reign. And then I won Duval, and it's like, and then I won national. It's like things was just getting better and better and better. Not to say Sweetheart is not as good, but that was the beginning. Like they taught me the standard, and then Duval came and continued, and then Bryce came. It was like everything just kind of like stacked onto each other. And I just want them to know, like when I speak for a system or when I reign the system, like it's credibility behind it. I'm not doing no any kind of thing. You would know when I'm reigning something and it ain't, you would know. Because it's like I'm not putting nobody else in a predicament to have to deal with that. I'm not the type of person just want contestants at my give up. No, it's the best. Like I want the best to come because they deserve the best. You get what I'm saying? Whoever wins is
Hmm.
going to get the best, and I want the best girls to come and get. They just do
Yeah. And I'm glad you said something about how a queen should be treated. In your words, how should a queen be treated?
good. If people know how queens are treated like royalty, and you feel like you have the world in your hand, and you can snap your finger and things are going to happen the way that you want them to happen. That's how you should feel when you're reigning. You should be comfortable and not on eggshells when you're
Hmm.
reigning.
Okay. All right. I
Bryce, your
like
eyes watering.
that. He better not be over there crying. You crying, nigga?
No, it's just that
He will now, y'all.
He'll cry.
it,
He
it, it,
cries.
it's just that they understand my vision, and I
Mhm.
love them as like their
The advice I would give them would be to, of course, to ignore the noise, um, and present their best, be their best. Because when they present their best, they're gonna feel good and they're gonna look good, and that will convey over to the judges, and it may work in their favor. So just prepare properly. I'm excited to see anybody that shows up. Um, I have been reaching out to a couple people. The people that I have been reaching out to, I'm excited to see them show up, and it will be a great night of pageantry.
Is it a formula to win, or you just got to bring your best self?
The formula to win would be to just prepare properly, look at the packet, follow the guidelines within the packet, and show up. And don't be good, just be great. That will be that's the formula. There's no specific criteria to what you can bring, how you can bring it. Just follow the guidelines, and it shall work in your favor.
Okay.
And you don't
And
got to be from Florida to win, because people were saying that I won because I'm from Florida, and Bryce from Florida. I don't know what y'all mean by that. When the pageant is in Atlanta, you don't have to be from Florida.
yes,
You
I
just have
heard
to
that.
look like the winner, and
You
you have
got
to
to
be
look
the
like
winner on paper, because
you
you're not
got
getting
to.
crowned if you don't win on paper.
I
correct,
know.
correct.
That's right. So talking about paper, what is your scoring system? Is everything scored the same? Is it
Yes,
like
0 through 20.
0 through 20?
Yep.
And do y'all have breakdowns? Do y'all have like subcategories, or is
Yes,
it just
subcategories. Day.
There are subtitles within the categories, and it is scored from 0 through 20. Um, all the categories are scored the same. I think talent is the highest category. That's 0 through 50, if I'm not mistaken. Don't
I,
quote me on
No,
that.
every
everything is 20.
Everything is 20.
everything's on
Um,
even playing? Okay,
mhm.
okay, okay. Marcel, this is your first title you given up. It's not the first title you won. It's the first title you given up. What are you most excited about that?
The thing I'm most excited about is giving it up because it's my first give up. Honestly. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited just from preparing for it, making plans for it, and honestly, being that it's my first give up, I didn't know like a give up is like preparing for a pageant in a sense.
Hmm.
It's a lot that goes in it when you want to look good and when you want to, present yourself well. So I'm excited about just giving it up.
What else? What's up? So we expect great things from you guys. Thank y'all for stopping through. I didn't want to take too much of your time up. I just want to know about your experience as the national newcomer, because when we say national newcomer year, that means y'all the top bitches, y'all the top people of the year. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
that's what the name gives. I know we have Black America Junior too, who also prepares people to step up into the big leagues as well. But we're so proud of everything y'all did. Y'all look absolutely amazing at Black America. I love the green you had on. And I know Bryce is probably somewhere crying, watching y'all do the walk.
Yeah, because
I was crying before
he
we
didn't get to
got
see
to the
my dress
walk.
until we got on the stage.
that
I was
dress.
crying before we got to the walk
They
Why?
they sent that money.
because the dress thing.
Oh, your
Yeah, like
dress
going
came
on.
late.
We didn't get the
No,
dress.
I made my dress
She had
that
to
Oh,
make
day.
you
her
made
dress
your own
day.
dress.
Hmm.
Oh, your
Yeah,
dress looked great. You didn't see
and she
nobody
got
from the
to
beginning.
the pageant. I think 20 minutes before it was time to go on the stage. Her
I
makeup
got
was not
there.
done.
Good
She,
thing they started a little late
but she did her makeup within 15 minutes. I do.
at the
Wow.
venue with my little ring light. Thank
Yes.
you.
Wow. See, that's professional though. That's professional. It's the things that people don't know that makes it even better. And you still made it to the stage and y'all still look great. That's a beautiful thing. Good thing they did
That's how I
something
know I'm
with
ready to step up.
it. Right. That gets you ready for the step up. Well, thank y'all for stopping by. I know you just deboarding your plane and stuff, but thank y'all for stopping by to talk
Thank
to
you
your
for
fellow
having
creators and
us.
people.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Where is Dave Mary? Because I understand that somebody's coming on board with the pageant.
Yes. You can
So
hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I hear you got somebody coming in. Tell me all about it. I seen you make you made a public announcement about it.
Yes. Um, Dave Murray is someone I saw Dave Murray some years ago
Mhm.
at Black Continental Newcomer. Some years ago. I seen him in these little shorts. But
Oh,
he's
he got the best legs around. He got the
yes,
best legs now.
yes, yes. And therefore it's just that I don't know, it's just after the end, it's just I just started talking to him every time I seen him and everything, and then it's just the vibe have always been like so real, and it's just been to like this father son vibe or whatever. Even though Leo D'Mor is my dad as well as
Okay, shout
Dave.
out to you.
Those people have the pageant people, and you have the fathers and the pageant people or whatever. And Dave Murray is just some point that I can talk to. Highly intelligent, and it's just he was so involved when I asked him to do something or talk about something. He was just so involved, and I felt that he was the right person to be that because if I'm in this by myself, ain't nobody.
Okay,
If I'm doing this by myself,
by yourself.
yeah, this is my hard earned money, and I'm
Word.
by myself. So, and I feel Dave Murray is one of the people that can take that weight up off me of making sure everything is organized and get things going and he's the right CEO for the job. He just the right person for the job. And when I talked to him about it, he said, "Yeah, let's go." And just since then, he been dealing with the judges and everything, and making sure that I'm on top of things because I make sure he'll stay on top of me. Hey, let's get this done. Let's do this. And so I'm just glad that he's a part of the system.
Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy to see that too. I'm trying to get him to come in so he can talk a little bit about the system too. Speaking of judges, do you already have your judges for the system
Yes, I do.
for this night? Are we able to talk about them?
Yes. The two judges that has been on my panel since I started, my two of my backbones. You got Stanisha from Memphis.
Tanisha Bonet Dupree. Shout
Yeah,
outs to
you got
Tanisha,
you got Ava that has been there since day one.
Ava Chanel, right?
Uh-huh.
Shout
You
out
got
to Ava.
Hassan St. Patrick, Mr. Duval.
Okay.
You have Trinicia Sanchez, Ms. Duval.
Okay.
You also have Dave Murray is my head judge for this year.
Okay.
Got Zion Star, and then we have Roman. So we have a total of 7 and a head judge.
Okay.
Roman Black. Yep.
This is a good panel. This is
Mm-hmm.
a really good panel. And do y'all drop highs and lows?
No.
Okay, so you take all 7 scores.
Uh-huh.
The scores are the scores.
Yes.
Listen to me. The scores are the scores. I'm trying to
Dave
get you.
here.
You say what?
Dave say he's here.
Okay, let's get Dave in.
Maybe y'all know I'm old. It took me a little while to figure out how to log into here.
That's okay. Can you hear me, Bryce?
Yes.
Okay. You can hear me, David?
I can hear you.
Oh, congratulations for coming on board with National Newcomer of the Year. You are someone that we see a lot at all the pageants. You really support the pageants a lot. Where did your love for pageants come from? Did you hear me?
I can hear you. Perfect. Can
Oh,
you hear me?
yeah. Now,
Well, first of all, Nicole is my mama.
shout
I,
out to Queen Nicole.
I, I, I started going out in like the early 90s, like the mid 90s to like the Monday night show and started really falling in love with the art form of drag. Um, but just being around people and being out, I think that it just I fell in love with. I fell
Okay.
in love with art.
Okay. And what compelled you to get on board with Bryce?
I'm hearing a little bit of a repeat of myself, so I'm going to try to go out there.
Okay, go ahead and come back in. We can't get these guests right. What's going on?
Yes.
Stream y'all better act right. Make charge me all this money per year. You better act the fuck right. Bryce, what are you excited to see this year with your pageant?
I'm excited to see the new faces, and I have some people that has competed before and stated that they may be coming back to compete again. And I just love that, and people that's really dedicated to, because they want to be National Newcomer of the Year, and they got to know me personally, and they saw my vision for it. So, and I'm just happy. And yes, I want 15 and 15 or whatever, but
Yeah, absolutely.
and if I don't get it and I get 5 and 5 or whatever quality contestants, I'm all with it or
Yeah.
whatever. So that's what I want, and I want to see the patrons come out, because sometimes people come out to certain pageants or whatever because they're trying to look at the numbers or whatever. But I have met a lot of promoters that do support me, and they're coming out to see it. And then it's my 5th year, because some people thought I wasn't going to make 5.
Congratulations on 5 years too.
Yes, so therefore, and we just doing what we got to do and to keep it moving. And with my pops on board with me, I just feel that it'll be another great 5 years going forward with it. So that's what I want to see. The people come out and have a good pageant. Just come out and for the support and stuff. So that's what I want to see.
Okay. Dave, are
I'm
you
back. Sorry.
is this better? Is it better for you?
Perfect. I was on my MacBook, but apparently your phone works much better. So this is perfect.
Oh, okay. What made you excited to join forces with Bryce for this pageant?
I spent a lot of years being groomed by everybody knows Benny is my dad.
Okay.
Black
Shout out to
America.
you.
I judged their pageant for many years. I spent a lot of years around pageantry and around excellence. And so seeing Bryce building up what I thought was an amazing system. I think I've been to at least 3 of the last 5 pageants. I think he already has an amazing vision. He already has some amazing contestants. I actually served as head judge last year. The winners won. You saw them tonight.
Mhm.
And so when he asked me about this and my love for pageantry, I think it was the perfect fit for me to be able to step up, do something I absolutely love and very passionate about. I think anyone who ever sees me or interacts with me knows that I love this. I love drag.
Mhm.
I love this. If you see me and you see me out and people are like, "Oh yeah, you're someone people see," it's because I really love this industry. I love you referred to it earlier as extracurricular, but this is something that we really really love and people spend a lot of money
A lot
and
of
have a
money.
lot of passion about. So when Bryce asked me to step up and take a larger role in helping him, I was all about it.
Mm. What are you excited to see?
I'm excited to see um, greatness. I'm excited to see entertainers who have one of the things that sort of gets talked about a lot, and I think it got mentioned earlier, is this idea of newcomers stepping up. And there are some what I call like habitual newcomers, people who just do it and have been Mr. or Miss Newcomer everything.
Mhm.
And I think to the point Bryce made earlier, it's because they haven't had the right team of people, whether it's their gay parents, whether it's their promoters, whether it's previous systems. But I feel like people don't get the right opportunities to have that confidence to step up. So I'm hoping that when people come to National Newcomer in the contest, that they feel like they're on a national stage, that they're being seen, that they're being judged fairly. They're being judged by people who understand the industry and are going to give them all of the right feedback to help them be great. So that's what I'm really excited about.
Well, that's what's up. But I'm glad that Bryce enlisted some help because a lot of times we try to do stuff by ourselves, and that can be a bit stressful no matter what, no matter who you are, because like you said, he got his life, you got your life, y'all do great in your professional world too, but to collide and come together on one accord to make this system even greater, kudos to both of y'all. And we looking for great things from the National Newcomer of the Year pageant. I love the name. The name is everything to me because that means you're the one of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like I am him, I am her type thing, and congratulations for your new role. We
Thank you.
looking forward to great things, like I said. And y'all, please come. I don't care if it's one and one. Come out and support the pageant because if we don't support these pageants and show up in numbers, there's no way that we can keep having them. So please come out and support. You want to leave us with anything before you leave, Dave?
No, I mean, I think like Bryce, a lot of people don't really know me. They see my face, they know I'm Benny's son.
Hmm.
They've seen me out and about, but I have spent almost 20 years really studying this industry, being part of it, being part of a lot of decisions, a lot of backstaging. When Benny talked at Black America about the the process that they take people through in terms of judging.
Hmm.
There is no rigging the system. There is no we know who's going to win before they come. Both at Black America and at National Newcomer, there aren't people we're talking to like come win. This is absolutely about fairness. This is absolutely about brilliance. We want people to come and feel like they have the best opportunity and they're sitting in front of people who know fashion, they know pageantry, they know this art form, and that they are invested in making sure that they leave knowing that we really care about what you bring to the stage, the money that you have invested, the thought and consideration that you put into it. And so I encourage people to come out, talk to Bryce, talk to any of the reigning court, really come in and learn about what pageantry is and what it is to be a newcomer ready to step up. Because there are a lot of newcomers that you just keep going around and around in these circles of newcomer circuits. And I think that's part of why pageantry is the way it is. And there's great opportunities to learn and to be able to step up into the national stage. Let this be a stepping uh, opportunity for people. So I'm excited about that, and I think Bryce has an amazing vision, and I'm excited to under his leadership let this thing keep growing and growing.
And let me ask you though, because just like Black America, when you do their pageant, they expect you to step up the next year. Is this pageant for the seasoned newcomer or is it for any newcomer?
I'll let Bryce answer that.
A lot of people say that they want it for the seasoned newcomers, but I do feel that you have some people that step out on their first time and blow people away.
Yes.
That come
Yes.
like the King Ezekiel guy that came to Black America last year.
Absolutely.
And people away. And so my thing is, if this is you want to step out there and be National Newcomer of the Year, by the time your reign is done, you're going to be ready to reign on the national level, and you're going to be up under the right tutelage. So therefore, it can be your first pageant. But while you're reigning, you're going to learn and you're going to execute everything that you need to do before you step up and step out.
I love that. I love that. So throughout the year that they would get everything they need, even
Yes,
the confidence
yes.
to step up. Because for me, I think a lot of them lack confidence to stand against a vet because oftentimes y'all got to realize too, we go back in history and how history has repeated itself. The vets always vet over the newcomer, right? And most you probably can get his first run up to him, maybe second run up, and oh, you did good. Please come back. And I see so sometimes I think they just lack confidence. But I always tell them, if you get in a pageant and you show out so good, and even if you don't win, you would still get more notoriety than winning five newcomers back to back.
Hmm.
Because what they remember, like we still remember King Ezekiel, he was so good his
Hmm.
first fucking pageant. You know what I'm saying? And he was competing against guys who had been doing it forever.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I think like if they learn that type of confidence that say that I can have what I want, if I prepare for it, if I work hard enough for it, I can have it. I'm no different than anyone else. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
think that's a great idea for that. Yeah.
And
As
also,
the head judge, I will tell you, in fact, the first year I judged Black America Junior, um, it was literally Pierre's first pageant, and me being a first time judge and not knowing that that was his first time because I hadn't seen him compete. I was just judging how I was taught to judge.
Mhm.
And he has gone on to do great things. I do think that part of what we'll be looking for as judges is that confidence, right? And that's something that is really really important in pageantry, is that you have the ability to come out in front of your peers and in front of people and sort of own that stage. But there is no such thing as somebody's going to win because they're a no name or because they're more experienced.
Okay.
We are part of the contestant package and part of the judging philosophy and the meetings that are ongoing with our judging panel is we're judging what we see on that stage that night. And we don't care who you are. It could be your first pageant or it could be your 50th newcomer pageant. What you bring to the stage that night is
Yeah.
what we're judging you on.
Mhm.
And um, you know, that is what it is. There's no, yeah,
But
there's
that's great to
no,
know.
you shouldn't be concerned about competing against people who have done multiple pageants. Bring your best package that night because that's what we're going to be judging you on.
That is good. That is great to know.
and Trent, I want to say this too before we even get off this. I have some pageant owners and promoters from day one, even people that are not pageant owners and promoters that have supported me even when I came out. They wasn't, oh, why is he doing a newcomer? Why is he coming out with a pageant? It wasn't because you had the naysayers,
Yeah.
and
Always. Always.
but it's the Westland with D West, Benny with Black America, Ebony, Bambi. You had Brandon with North America, Adrian Baggett with Grand Madam, and you have all those systems, Royal Supreme, all those systems that support it. And every year, Benny will inbox me. You need some mirrors? Do you need this? Christopher Higgins, my old promoter from Liberty. Do you need this or whatever? The Alex that was with Westland.
Mhm.
I say, hey, what do you need, Bryce? And everything. Even the young lady, Trinity, that was with Black America, she worked in behind
Yeah,
this.
Roy, yeah.
Oh God. Yes.
And so they've all have always every year, no negativity or nothing. When Benny saw my vision and me and Benny talked and saw my vision, hey, my people came and walked. Germany and Sapphire came and walked that Black America.
Okay.
After that, I guess he knew it. So a lot of people say they never graced those stages or whatever, the newcomer system to perform or whatever. But even with Sweetheart, all of them, my people come and perform. They walk. We do the same because I feel that we hold our system at a standard and we're not going less than that standard of what we're holding them at. And so the respect and everything and the camaraderie with them of me being a new promoter is just so beyond words of they have every time it come around they come and they ask or they inbox me, what do you need, what do you need, what do you need? And
Mm.
I wanted to really say that I thank them for that because of they've always been supportive, never heard any negativity coming from them or nothing. Has just always been there.
Wow. I love to hear that. A shout out to all those promoters that show up for you like that. How important is that though? How important is community?
It's important to me because we all in this together. Hey, it's different systems and it's important. And I don't like that. How can I say? Some promoters, to me, I feel it's a lack of intelligence when you
Mm.
don't sit and process certain things of when you're talking to people and understanding people's vision instead of the hatred and everything that comes with it. Why hate about it or whatever? And we can be there for each other. Like some promoters, I done bought tables, only me sitting at the table. I done did category winners, walk winners, everything. And those were the main ones hating and saying certain things. And so, I just pray with those people and let God handle them or whatever. But it's just that It's to me, community is very, very important, and I want to be out to support everybody. Sometimes I can't, but I will do what I got to do to make it. If my representatives are there or whatever, to make sure that I'm out there supporting. So I believe that's a lot. That community is important.
I love to hear it. I love it. Well, Dave, thank you so much for stopping by and talking to us.
Thank you, Trent. You know I
I,
love you.
I love you too, man.
Bryce, you know I love you. I'm really, really, really proud of you. I'm proud of you getting on live and talking so candidly. We
Okay,
talked before,
so
and he was
good.
like, "Pops, I'm getting ready to do this live. I don't know," but anyway, I am really, really excited. Trent, thank you for doing this. Thank you for
Absolutely.
creating an opportunity for people to be able to introduce themselves and get out there. You are a very well known and loved and respected person in our community. So
Thank you.
you're someone I definitely look up to you. So thank you for creating this opportunity for us.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
I'll see you.
All right, bye.
That was great. That was great. Listen, we don't. I don't talk your head off for over 2 hours. But listen, thank you so much for doing this interview with me tonight. I've enjoyed talking to you. I've enjoyed getting to know the other side of you because, like you said, people don't know who you are because, like, you have your little mug on. I see where the trade come from now. But behind all of that tough exterior is someone who loves deeply and loves hard, and especially the people that come. What's up, Neil? That comes into contact with them, especially in your system. You have a passion, and when you have a passion for something, you work extra hard for it, and you'll go out of your way for your passion. And I see you going out of the way for your passion. I see how you treat your king and queen, and I see how you step up in those spaces for them. And that's a beautiful thing because every system don't do that, and you don't get to have that all the time because it feels like a family. I've
Yeah,
always said if I ever did another pageant, I would want it to feel like this was my family. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna always be 100% all the time. You know what I'm saying? So in those times that I'm not, you're gonna need somebody to charge you up, and you are that person that charges them back up until where they need to be so they can operate off a full battery. And we appreciate you in the community for that. And again, y'all, May 24th, we have National Newcomer of the Year. People, get your stuff ready. Get your stuff ready. If you're not already preparing, get your stuff ready. Plenty of y'all got whites in your closet. You can wear a white presentation. Y'all have this stuff. Do not let these great systems go by the wayside because you're scared of something or you heard something. You
uh-huh.
got a chance to talk to the owner
Mhm.
tonight about the pageant and get your stuff ready. And people, let's support his system. Let's show up in droves as we show up for the Black University, as we show up for the Black Americas and the sweethearts and stuff. Let's show up. All right. Thank you so much, Bryce.
Thank you, Hassan. Thank you so much, Trent.
Shout out to Hassan, Mr. Duval. Thank you.
All right.
Thank y'all so much for watching again tonight with us. Let me see if Terrence can send me. I gotta talk about this real quick. But Bryce was very forthcoming. I love that so much. And he didn't hold nothing back. He got a story, but we all got a story. We all got a story. And that's just what it is. We all got a fucking story. And so that's why we got to treat people with love and care. Let's be kind for free. Let's be nice for free. If you can help somebody, let's help somebody. Speaking of help my girl, Anaya. Cash App, $ Anaya E. We're going over to Queens. I mean, not Queen. Sorry. Um, where we going? Continental Elite. We're going with the Cheers Continental Elite. Hold on, y'all. I'll be still trying to learn how to work this shit. Okay, this is what we got. The My girl Monica got have her prelim. I think this is like 2 weeks later. We're gonna have Mr. and Miss Creole Black Universe honoring Cairo Hall and Portia Paris. This is just for the Mr. and Miss. It's not a plus in this. So govern yourself accordingly. It's going to be Sunday, May 31st. It's going to be in New Orleans, Louisiana. And it's called Mr. and Miss Creole Black Universe. Entry fee, you got to know the recipe. to gumbo. You got to learn how to make gumbo to enter. No, I'm just playing. I don't know what the entry fee is. It don't say it on here, but reach out to Terrence saying if you want more information about this. So you're going to have a lot of chances to qualify to go to Black University this year. And this is one of them. This is in New Orleans. He has a great list of entertainers, too, that's going to show up. We got Turlin Fox, Roman Black, Amir Knight Camry, C.S. Fox, Giselle Lord, Rayshawn Montrese, oh, shit, Avion Arnell, Bubbles, and Yare Alexander. So we got a lot of people performing that night. So if you want your ticket, Trey Son, I know you don't hear, you can go do Mr. Creole Black Universe. Yeah. Hassan, I know you going. Mr. Creole Black Universe. Marcel, you know Giselle ain't gonna be there. But thank y'all again for tuning in. I had a great conversation tonight with Bryce and his court and his new promoting team, his board. David Murray, I'm so excited with everything they got going on over at National Newcomer of the Year. We're going to support in droves this year. We are going to support. We're going to support every pageant that comes up in this city. I want people like Benny. They go to everybody's pageant, no matter how small or how big the pageant is. They're in the audience cheering the people on, and that means a lot. Community means a lot. This is what we have for us. We got so much going on in the world today where they want to erase us and make us obsolete. So we got these opportunities to support each other. Let's support each other. Good night. I love y'all for free. Bye-bye.